सवेरा यहाँ तू है, सब वहाँ है जहाँ तू है। कदमों में तेरे जन्नतें बिछी है, जलवों में तेरे शोहरतें छुपी है। तू खुदा की दुआ, सब्र से रब ने तुझको सजाया, धूप धूप जग तू है साया, तेरे रूप में सब कुछ पाया। रह के जमी पर आसमां तूने छुआ है, आसमां तूने छुआ है, आसमां तूने छुआ है। तू उड़ाने तो पाँव को अपने जमा दे जहाँ, रास्ता ले आता है मंजिल वहाँ। जहाँ भी तू चाहे बना ले मकान, ये तेरी जमी है तेरा आसमां। तेरे पहलू में खुशियाँ खेले।
So ma'am, before, why don't you introduce yourself and what you do and about your work? That would be wonderful.
Hi, namaste. I am Sridevi, sign language interpreter, who does job for the hearing impaired students who can't hear and speak.
Okay, great ma'am. So, our whole initiative, Wonder Women, is to bring women which are wonderful and which do wonderful work with the society, but their stories never come up to people, or even if it comes, it doesn't reach to the masses, it doesn't reach to the right people. And that's the whole initiative we took, Wonder Women. It would be great if you could tell about why do you think you're a Wonder Woman, and how do you think you're a Wonder Woman, and why do you think you are a Wonder Woman?
Okay, that's a good question. Though it is embarrassing to talk about oneself, I first appreciate you people. Trust me, there's no world for women. That is what I have seen. The life that I'm undergoing right now, I wouldn't want to reveal, because that would come in the stage of sympathy. That I don't want to reveal. But with the life I have seen altogether, encouragement is very less. I'm so glad you people have come together to encourage people. Salute to you people. Coming to myself, sorry that I'm boasting about myself. Really, I didn't want to, but here the urge is such that we have to tell. See, this is the demand of my life. Why do I feel I am a Wonder Woman? I really don't know if I am, but still, I feel many things around me when I see everything in between disasters. I'm still surviving and helping others to survive who are unheard, they don't know where they belong, the deaf and mute kids who belong to the most remote villages. They don't know that a college exists, and I salute my SRN Adarsh College in Chamrajpet, Bangalore, which is an so-called normal college, which is giving an avenue for the deaf and mute kids who can't hear and speak. So they have given me a platform. So what am I doing? I go to all the remote villages, anywhere, everywhere. I show them that there is a place, come to us. And when they come, I provide them free hostels by working for NGOs without taking any remuneration, so that they give me in return a place for my deaf children who come from remote villages and forests. Can we imagine without this college, the children would be shepherds or coolies or a kaja button tailor ke paas baithne wala ladka or ladki. Those kids are daring to come and dream in Bangalore, and believe me, they are working for Infosys, Deutsche Bank, Dell, TCS, name it. I tell you, they are working there from PUC to MCOM tak they study, and then they go to those jobs. So probably this is what I would say.
Really beautiful, ma'am. Really beautiful. Thank you. You were telling about the challenges you faced as a woman, and you're working for working for the society. When you are different from everyone, it becomes already difficult. When you are a woman, it becomes more difficult to do something different than everybody else is doing. So why do you think, how has been your journey till now as a woman, as working for the community, working for the society? How has been your journey? What are the kind of hurdles did you see, and how would you describe them to us?
Yeah, journey is all alone. Journey of a woman is difficult actually. I lost my husband at a very young age. I was some 26 years and now I am 45. So the journey was too tough, let me tell you very honestly. Every minute you have to protect yourself, your modesty, your self-dignity. That is the biggest hurdle in this world. But yet surviving all those hurdles, that is why I think I opted for Your Wonder Woman thing. Because in this cruel, big, bad world, we going in our own path is itself a great thing. And working, yes, working field, not really very tough because when we are perfect, I think perfection does come between us. And I'm happy to be working for the deaf community. And yes, there are many hurdles that do happen. There are sign languages, different sign languages. There are different places where we go, like Goa, Chennai, Dharwad, different places, different cultures. At that moment, there will be little hurdles in the sign language thing. We adjust to all that. We learn quickly the culture of that area and then we adapt that into our sign language and we go ahead. This is how my journey has been. Yes, life is too tough to handle. So it's just going on, yet we haven't stopped. I feel like we are great. We work in the college, we work for IT companies. I actually work for IT companies to mend the deaf candidates after their interviews. I go to the interviews as well between the HR and the deaf candidate to communicate. And when the candidate has been chosen, for weeks together on weekends, I go and train them on that particular field. And when I see the same children flourishing in IT companies, I think everything is being paid off.
Beautiful. Yeah, really true, ma'am. Yes. So how, of course, again, this question becomes subjective. Of course, this question again becomes, something talking about yourself. But I think this is the initiative Wonder Woman which we want to bring up again. So my question to you again is, what do you think? What do you think are the qualities which could make you an inspiration to other women, other people who wish to work with the society, or other people who are just having fun in their life and not caring about their surroundings? Why do you think what are the qualities you think you have which could become an inspiration for somebody else?
At the age of 16, I got married. I was 20 years by the time I had 2 kids, and that was the end of my life. And I was a villager, remote villager. Of course, I was brought up in Bangalore, but I was married at the age of 16. And when I returned, I didn't have that English also in my hand. When I returned to Bangalore to make my children study, in the process, when I lost my husband in a road accident, I 1 year, my mental status was not good. Of course, through yoga and many sessions, I was into normal life. And then I did my diploma in sign language. And I took up this English as well, because English, when the foreigners, when the politicians, when the IT company CEOs and the HR speak, I am supposed to listen and become the perfect ear for the deaf candidates. So I had to have that command of English, which I ensured by watching many news channels, talking to people, though I used to do mistakes, and learning sign languages even while closing my eyes. My deepest wish was to become one of the most powerful and the most efficient, not powerful, that's not at all my word. My word is the efficient interpreter who can reach the deaf people. And yes, in that time, we faced a lot of troubles, lot of hurdles, yet I didn't give up. The flaw is in sign language, the gap of the communication. So I started teaching sign language in the family. Then what did I do? I understood this sign language is needed in the courts, in the police stations, in the hospitals, and the nurses need to be trained in this, the teachers in the schools, the students to have that empathy. I started going everywhere to teach sign language in my leisure times. through few NGOs where I am not paid, so that I am away from the enjoying people. Because when I see the bed at night, I'm surprised that I too have a time for a while to sleep. Oh God, you have given me time. This is what the thought comes to me. And I'm glad that God has given that little time for me to relax. Because I don't speak. With you, I'm speaking is something great. And when I go to college, I have 89 deaf children who nobody can talk. I communicate the entire world with them. What happened in India to America, to Sudan, to Syria. I don't give up any news. I read the newspaper for my children. I am very unique from others. I'm sorry I'm boasting, but that is what I am. I feel content when I see myself what I am doing. I read every bit. I watch news. I watch some movies so that I can tell the story to my children. If there are many tragic incidents happen, first my thought is, what will my children do if I didn't tell this? And when I get a toothache or a headache, first thought is, what will my children, matlab not my 2 sons, about my 89 children. How would I tell if the toothache comes, what you will do? Because when you go to doctor, instead of, remove the teeth, he can do anything. The doctors, I'm sorry. The world is such right now. So I ensure that everything that comes to my brain goes to my children in sign language.
Great.
So I think I'm unique from others.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, true. Really beautiful. My next question to you would be, as you are a change maker, as we wish to create change in the society, we never look for recognition. We don't want anything. We want to work for change. We want to change life of people. But it's that the recognition, the awards we get becomes important because it boosts our morale, it boosts us everywhere, and it says that what you're doing is right, what you're doing is great. So it would be wonderful if you could share some of your recognitions you got from everyone or any organizations or awards you got. If you could share them with us.
Yes, that's a beautiful question you have put. Actually, these awards I never wanted, but people used to grab me away, like, you come be a motivational speaker to so software company. What are you talking? I'm a villager. I'm just an interpreter. They say, no, the way you handle your life with those 2 kids and those children's love towards you makes us come to you. So I have been a motivational speaker for a software company 2 years continuously, and then I have been awarded a number of times. I'm sorry, I wouldn't be able to recall so many. For instance, I think in PPT I would like to portray just 2 from Surya, Tejasvi Surya, the MP, who has been appreciating my work, and our mayor, Bangalore Mayor Gautam Jain and Munot, Mahendra Ji Munot have recognized my work, and they have called me Nari Shakti, and between many hundreds of women, it was a Jain program and they awarded me. And apart from that, there are so many years of Rotary Awards, Best Teacher, and there are deaf people whom I have worked from Tamil Nadu, candidates who come to Bangalore, and I work for them in the IT companies, keep them in a safe zone, take them to the companies, and they get employed. Employment ke baad, you train them, and they are self happy, content to work there. For that, the Coimbatore Deaf Leaders Association had invited me, Award of Excellence they had given me in Coimbatore. And in Bangalore, I have many. But in PPT, I wouldn't be able to show all that, because I believe my children, they are achieving more and more than me. Those makes me more happy, and I would like to portray that. When my child, my own son, Infosys mein karta hai, and there are many children who work for Infosys, Dell, TCS, Deutsche Bank, ANZ, Society General. There are so many companies where I have gone with them in the interviews, and they are winning accolades. Best Employee Award in BPOs, many of them work. I feel those are the biggest awards for me whenever I hear those from them. Of course, in between, people take us. Yeah, it is a booster for us, probably. It gives one day of happiness that someone recognized us in this big world.
Yeah.
So, this is how it is happening. There are many.
Okay, really beautiful, great.
Thank
Uh,
you.
this next question, which I would like to put over here, is why do you think? How do you think you are, or you will be able to make this world a better place for everyone?
Yes, that's a beautiful question. See, I am a not highly qualified person. After my SSLC, I got married at 16, and then only diploma in sign language I could do. And with that, I am able to go and give talks on, inclusive education in IIM Bangalore. That is something bigger for me. When I talk, all the professors listen and they come to me and ask, how are the deaf people so much so close to you? What is the difference between other interpreters and you? Why does it make so much of difference? And when I work for NASCOM Foundation, when all the people come and ask why your expressions are so special than the other interpreters, that is because of my two sons. And whenever I go everywhere, a small wedding also, two little kids, 2 years kids also who is not able to pronounce anything, I'll ensure that I teach them something in sign language, ABCD to Z, so that somewhere in life, in a bus stop, they can be able to support some deaf guy for a bus. Because yet our country is not that great inclusive India. So we need to do that, and my intention and aim is to make India more inclusive. That is why I go to different parts of the country wherever possible to teach sign language without getting remuneration for that. So I don't know if I am appropriate for your question.
Yes, ma'am.
But yes, I feel a lot for me to do yet, and still not stopping, will continue to do.
Okay, great. So that's wonderful. Thank you very much for that sharing over here. And which brings me to the next question. What would be your one thing you feel, one unforgettable moment in your whole career as being a translator to the deaf community and the people who can't hear? What would be one of the most wonderful and unforgettable moments you ever experienced?
Unforgettable moment. Yeah, there are many unforgettable moments when my children get into their jobs, they get married, they are being recognized in the world. There are so many things. The deaf people are highly foresighted people. They are the angels on this world.
Yeah, really beautiful, man. Really beautiful. My last question to you would be: what would be your message to the audience watching this, the people watching this? What would be your message to them?
Yeah, I mean, everybody would be saying the same: don't give up. I too say the same: don't give up. God is still with you. God is still good. He has thrown a battle at you because only you are capable of fighting it. You will fight, you will win until you believe in God and yourself. Go ahead, just like an eagle. When it is too old, it goes to the mountains. I heard a story. I remember that to myself when I am nowadays in my situation. When everybody have left me, other than very few people, because of the expenses we are undergoing. At that time, I remember God is still with me. Matlab, the positivity that you can leave the legacy to the world, that so many challenges, फिर भी ये औरत जिंदा है, कुछ तो करती है. I felt, oh my God, God is with us. God is still beautiful. God plans the best for you. I am sure everything will be solved with time. Give time, some time. The best message I can.
Yeah, really beautiful, man. Stop doing good work for the society. Will change life of multiple people, and those they will remember you forever for whatever you have done to them. So please don't stop for that, and please keep doing the good work. I think I'm no one to tell you, but whatever you're doing, thank you very much for it.
No. Your little kids, yet your words matter to me, because your age kids are all over in my college, and people doing such wonderful thing at this tender age itself, you earn our respect. Go ahead, let everybody know that's not an issue at all. But you people are doing a wonderful job. Please go ahead. God be with you.